Hey guys, Jalen here, and I'm not much of a bandwagon person. If you know me, I hate bandwagons, but I have to jump on this one that others in the TFTuber community are mentioning, such as Big Joey and Zorba and others, and that's the YouTube ban on, well, YouTube not showing the amount of dislikes a video has coming up. They'll still allow you to dislike a video, but only the content creator can see it. And I think that's absolute crap. It's garbage. And I will start by saying I differ from some others in that I am a self-described Ron Swanson libertarian closet anarcho-capitalist. Like, I think corporations should be allowed to do whatever the heck they want within the agreement of their user agreement. So you sign that dotted line, you go for it, man. Like, nothing we can do. A restaurant doesn't have to consult its patrons every time it wants to change the menu. That's their prerogative. So I think it's fully within YouTube's right to do this. My concern, though, is their intention and their motives. And if you have half a brain, you have to think like a thinking man and wonder, why are they doing this? Their stated reasoning is because of, well, we want to protect content creators from dislikes and, you know, attacks on their character and stuff. That's BS. I'm sorry. Total BS. There's if you have half a brain, you will recognize there is a reason why they're doing it. Not to get political, but I think there's some potentially crony capitalism going on here, or they just have an agenda. And if you have an agenda, that's fine. You have an agenda. You're a private corporation. Do what you want. If you're in doubt, check out some of these pictures here of actual like-dislike ratios. I don't know if you noticed a common theme there about comments being turned off and that kind of thing. But again, not to get political, I think there is an underlying motive here to silence a certain demographic, to silence disagreement. Again, that's the corporation's prerogative. So what do we do about it? Well, one thing we can do is continue to all outline our dissatisfaction with this decision. You know, if a restaurant changes the menu and people don't like it, they go to another restaurant, and that restaurant has to recognize something went wrong, and they have to recognize and fix it. Any corporation, when they make a mistake, that costs them actual money, because we vote with our dollars, they have to come to terms with it. So that's one thing. Best case scenario, they change their mind and they say, you know what, we've heard you, and we want to provide the service that you want, and this is that service, so we'll keep it going. Worst case scenario, they don't. They just steamroll ahead with their plans, and you know, we're stuck with what we got. And in that case, you know, there will probably be other services that will usurp YouTube at some point in the future. And that's the beauty of capitalism. And in case you say, well, oh God, Jalen, no, YouTube is too entrenched. They're too bread and butter. We can't, there are no alternatives. They have a monopoly, blah, blah, blah. That, I would say, young Padawan, don't you remember? You're probably too young. You don't remember when dial-up was new, and when your only options for website creation were like Angel Fire and GeoCities. They owned it. They owned everything. Or MySpace. God, MySpace. And that was it. Nobody was going to unseat them. No. Or what's the other one? Yahoo. Yeah, Yahoo. The ultimate search engine. Yahoo is the wave of the future. They're going to own it all. You see where I'm going with this? Just don't keep such a small perspective. Keep a big perspective on the way the economy can go and the services that can pop up and unseat other services. Yeah, so I would say, again, I disagree entirely with their decision. I think it's based on a narrative, a 1984 or Fahrenheit 451-ish narrative of trying to control what people see and don't see, and because they know that what they stand for faces massive opposition, and so they're going to do whatever it takes to protect their own interests, which is this overarching interest we're referencing. And that's fine, go for it, man. I hate it, but you won't have the last laugh. Cheers.